Yo, what's up guys? By the time you're watching this video, it will most likely be free agency day 4, but the Bulls signed some interesting players today that not a lot of people know of, especially myself. I had to do a lot of research, figuring, everything out about them and just how they're fit with the Bulls and everything. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Chicago Bulls free agency day 3 signings. And before you get into this video, make sure to go check out my past 5 videos. I've been posting a bunch for free agency. I've been posting pretty much every day, twice a day. But yeah, make sure to go watch those, leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're new. Stay tuned. I have much more content coming this week and next week and all off season. Earlier today, the Bulls re-signed Ryan Archie to a 3-year, $9 million deal. And honestly, I'm happy with that signing. It is really cheap for a backup point guard like him, honestly. You know every night that Ryan is going to play hard. His middle name is Heart and Hustle. All that man does is dive out of bounds for balls. Plays so hard. He's always the first guy on the floor for the Bulls. He's always diving for balls. He reminds me of Kirk Hinrich a lot, and ever since this season, I really fell in love with Ryan. He's a nice cheap backup. I mean, honestly, I see this more as a depth signing. But yeah, he's nothing special, but he's a great player for the Chicago Bulls, and he plays amazing in his role for the Bulls. Last year, he averaged about 7 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists in 24 minutes. No shocking stats, but all solid numbers. That he could slide into the 6-man spot if someone gets hurt, or even start if he really needs to. But the thing that mostly shocks me about this re-signing is that the Bulls now have 4 point guards. They drafted one, they signed one, and now re-signed Archie. And I really feel like Kris Dunn is the odd man out. I made a video yesterday talking about it, so make sure to check that one out. But yeah, I'm really happy about this signing. Make sure to leave a comment below letting me know what you guys think about it. But yeah, like I said, I truly expect the Chicago Bulls are going to trade Kris Dunn, because I don't know why we need 4 point guards, but who knows with the Chicago Bulls. And the second signing for yesterday was that the Bulls signed Luke Kornet to a 2-year deal. Luke Kornet is a 7'1", 250-pound center that played for the Knicks last year. This is now his 2nd season in the NBA. He played both with the Knicks. He went to college at Vanderbilt. In the NBA, he hasn't really played much. He only played about 17 minutes per game. But in those 17 minutes, he averaged 7 points per game, 3 rebounds a game, and a block. And during last season, one game against the Bulls, he put up 24 points and 6 rebounds. So I guess if the Bulls couldn't guard him, they signed him this offseason. Last season, 68% of his shots were from 3 last year, and he made 37% of them, which that's a really good shooting percentage, especially for a 7'1" center. And last season, he was also one of 33 players that had 70-plus three-pointers and 40-plus blocks last season. And that stat really surprises me and makes me excited for this signing, because he really didn't play a lot. And to have 73s made and 40 blocks is pretty good, I'd say. So yeah, I'd say Kornet's going to be our backup centers. Hopefully we never see Felicio play again. In this offseason, the Bulls have signed a lot of point guards and centers. So I truly expect the Bulls to trade Dunn and maybe trade Felicio or stretch him, or, release him or do something with him, because I hope to never see that man play in the Bulls uniform again. But yeah, months ago during the trade deadline, there was rumors that said that Frank Kaminsky was going to get released or traded. And I said the Chicago Bulls should be interested in that, because I feel like Frank Kaminsky would fit perfectly with the Bulls. And Luke Kornet's player comparison is Frank Kaminsky, so I feel like the Bulls got a good cheap deal for Luke, because I saw Frank Kaminsky, I think he signed with the Suns for 2 years, $10 million. So we definitely got him cheaper than $5 million a year. So that's a good signing for us, and I honestly expect him to fit nice on our bench. And if the Bulls put him and Lauri at the 5 and 4, I feel like our floor would be so spaced and open, so I feel like the offense will fit really nice and run really nice with him, especially since we got him for so cheap. I mean, the details aren't out for his contract, but I do believe we got him for super cheap, so that makes me really happy about this signing. And another player that the Bulls signed today that a lot of people don't know of is Adam Mokoka. I have no clue how to say his name. I'm sorry about that. He is a 6'5", 190-pound French shooting guard. He's only 20 years old. He played overseas for the past 3 years. But the thing that shocks me is that he's barely played. I think in his first 3 seasons, he averaged 1 minutes per game in his first season, then in the second one 4, and then recently 15, which still isn't a lot of minutes. And in those 14 minutes per game in this past season, he averaged about 3 points per game, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. so nothing special, but at least his deal's a two-way contract, so it's not really with the Bulls, you know, it's more with their G League team. But yeah, from everything I looked up online about him and his highlights, I know he's a freakish athletic combo guard. He has a bunch of potential, I see, and I hope Garpax know that he's going to be a project, because I was looking at his strengths and weaknesses, and some of his weaknesses are that he's a better athlete than an NBA player, and he depends too much on his athleticism, and his IQ needs a lot of work. So I'm going to study this man more during the season and see how he plays for our G League team. But yeah, for some of his strengths, like I said, he's a freakish athletic combo guard. He can play many positions, and he has a bunch of potential, like I said, and he has a bunch of potential to be a great 3-and-D guy. And he already has an NBA ready body, which is really great, and he has a great wingspan, measured at 6'10". So the Bulls have been making some low-key signings this offseason that I've really liked, because of course the Bulls weren't going to sign no big-name free agents. But yeah, the Bulls have signed some veterans, some cheap players, some under-the-radar players that will make a great impact on our team, I believe. So I'm pretty happy with the Bulls offseason so far. And as I was making this video, I saw another tweet that popped up on Twitter, and it's a tweet saying that the Bulls haven't signed Kornet yet, but they indeed have a verbal commitment from him. So a lot of people are thinking that the Bulls are trying to make more cap space before they sign him. So either they're going to trade Dunn, which is looking more and more promising and likely, or they're trying to trade Felicio or stretch him, which I hope they do. But yeah, as of right now, the Bulls have 15 contracts and one two-way player. And of the 15 contracts, 4 are centers and 4 are point guards. So I truly expect they're either going to trade a point guard or a center and try and sign another backup shooting guard or small forward or more veterans. So as of right now, it looks like the Bulls are trying to make moves still, which is great to see, because I feel like usually in the offseason, Garpax just sign their guy and just quiet down for the rest of the offseason. They kind of hide and don't really do much research and work and trying to find more players that fit the Bulls. So I'm actually pretty happy with what Garpax has done this offseason. I hope they continue to be like this, because if Garpax trade Dunn or Felicio, that will just make this offseason even better, and they signed another veteran to help this young Bulls team. I could totally see the Chicago Bulls being like a 6th to 8th seed in the playoffs. But yeah, my main thing that I'm happy about this offseason is that the Bulls finally signed some depth, because at the end of the season last year, we had a bunch of G League players starting for the Bulls. We literally had nobodies playing for the Chicago Bulls, players that should barely even be in the league, or that could barely even score the basketball. It was terrible to watch at times. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to comment and stay tuned for more videos throughout the week. Make sure to leave a comment below letting me know what you guys think of these players that they're signed and how the Bulls are doing this offseason. Thank you. Have a good one.